All right. Hello, good evening, and happy Friday. TGIF. I I know that it's a little late today, and I'm going to do my best to kind of cover a bunch of these just real quick. It's not going to be a very long stream today, but I did want to get on and make sure that I at least got a couple things out there so you guys can find some locations for stuff. Um, I was not a very good adult today, and I overslept. Hi, Will. Good evening. um, so let's see what we got today. I was on for a little bit while I was kind of getting some stuff around and whatnot. So I did get a couple of these done because, like I said, I'm not going to be on here for very long today. Um, so first on the general, we have to get 5 Alaskan ginseng. And there is actually a really cool farm area, like a little ranch up near Window Rock, close to Wapiti, is the fastest fast travel, or the closest fast travel, sorry. And there's an actual ginseng patch there where like the rancher farmed it or something. So there's a nice little bed, flower bed with some Alaskan ginseng in it. So we're gonna go up there and I'll show you guys where that is. And then you have to do an Anthony Foreman mission. Anthony is right near the train tracks in Rhodes by the um, train station. I am not doing good with English today, and I apologize. It's been a rough day. Burdock root you can find near water. There's some down on the peninsula in Blue Water Marsh. There's a bunch along the river near Valentine, and I believe there's one more spot, but it escapes me. You have to pluck one hawk, and there is a building near Armadillo where a hawk spawns on the peak of a building. So we're going to ride over there and see if he'll actually spawn for us today, so you guys can see right where to go for that one. One player kill from the hip in a free roam event. So when I logged in and loaded in, a free roam event actually had just popped. So I jumped in it real quick, did a quick fire from the hip while everybody was loading into the free roam event, got my kill, and then jumped back out. That one's where if you just have a gun in your hand and you don't aim and you just kind of like point your character to where they're facing another character and just shoot, and it'll just kind of count for the fire from the hip. 10 volts on horseback, and that's just take your horse and jump over anything. And then 1 weapon customized. So you can go into any town that has a gunsmith. Valentine, Saint Denis, not Blackwater, sorry, Rhodes, Van Horn, I believe. Yes, Van Horn has one. And then just go in and just change something on your gun. So change like a metal color or a variant of it or just something decorative so that way you've customized a weapon and that'll register. For Bounty Hunter, 1 bounty completed without killing an enemy or bounty target. Now, I know we all have different daily challenges that some of them glitch or some of them don't kick in for some of us. This one, for me, has never worked. So I don't bother with that one. Go ahead and give it a try and see if it works for you or not. 3 bounty targets brought in. So what I will probably end up doing is just doing a bounty target that has like 4 or more targets in it and just pull out the bounty wagon and bring them all in at once. 3 living bounty targets in a photograph. So you can either get this by sneaking up on a bounty target and taking a picture, or hog tying them, and then while they're laying on the ground flopping around, take a picture. You can combo this one if you want. You can do 3 separate bounties, or if there's a posse, like if you've got a bunch of friends with you, go in, everybody hog tie them, everybody get your pictures, and then take them all in. For the trader, 3 deadly predators, carcasses or skin brought in. So alligators are a really, really easy one. I go down to the bayou and I get 3 small alligators, so that way they just fit on the back of the horse. Wolves, panthers, cougars, bears, those all count. 7 medium animal carcasses donated to crypts. So that is any animal that hangs off the side of your horse, or a coyote or a fox that can go on the back. Birds do not count. So like turkeys and stuff like that, they don't generally count. But raccoons, possums, badgers, those kinds of things. And then 1 resupply completed with 5 minutes or more left. So I already did that one, and that one's easy. Just do a resupply at the trader table and make sure you have at least 5 minutes left on the timer. All right, so the collector roll. Just run around and collect 6 things, and it can be anything you want. 2 of those, make sure you find with a metal detector. That way you're comboing these. And 3 collectibles looted from non-player enemies. So for while you're playing, moonshines, hideouts, anything that you do where you're killing enemies, loot everybody, and you'll collect stuff. The one that I have was actually a gold tooth. It wasn't even like a Madame Nazar collectible. It was a gold tooth that I looted off of somebody. For the moonshiner roll, you have to drink your own strong moonshine. So if you go into your shack, and when you pick your strength of moonshine, hit strong, pick a recipe, and then when you get the message that it's done, go over to the shack, take a drink off your, go into your bar and take a drink, serve yourself, and it'll register. And then after you're done, go ahead and sell your moonshine, and make sure you don't break anything, or at least you only break 1, and you'll get that one. And then if you just start up the band and pick an instrument and go up to it and hit play instrument and just sit there and play an instrument for 2 minutes. Let's see. And then for the naturalist roll, pull out your wilderness camp and just craft or cook 7 things. 3 desert animal samples taken and 3 mountain and grassland. So the desert ones are pretty easy. Just go out into the desert. Iguanas, Gila monsters, armadillos, the Baja California pronghorns, the desert bighorns, the Sierra Nevada bighorns, cougars, black-tailed rattlesnakes, and the collared peccaries, like the desert pigs. And then for the mountain and grassland ones, those are your American pronghorns, your white-tailed deer, boar, bison, coyotes, the Rocky Mountain bighorns, your gray and timber wolves, badgers, and your elk. So those all register for that. All right, so that gives us, in just a quick moment, I don't really get my camp up here much. I'm over in Hannigan Steed, and so I'm right here. But this has got to be one of the most amazing views I have ever had at a camp spot. So yeah, just a fun little awesomeness there. Alright, let's see. First things first, I think since we're so close, we are going to... Isn't that pretty, Will? I absolutely love... I think this is probably my new favorite spot to put camp. I'm horribly clumsy in real life, though, so I don't know if I could ever actually camp in this spot. Let's see here. All right, we are going to go to Armadillo, and we're going to start with 3 desert animal samples taken, and we're going to go after that hawk. So, Armadillo. Now, the horse vaults, I'm not going to put a lot of, effort into those. Those are just things like anytime you come across, a rock or a fence, just jump over it, and you'll accumulate 10 in no time. I like your confidence in me, Will. I like your confidence. Alright, so I want to make sure that I have my varmint rifle and equipped with sedative. So we are in Armadillo. If you come out and you come straight this way, close to Lake Don Julio here, the smaller of these two buildings, there is a hawk spawn point on the peak of that building. So we're going to head over here and see if we can find some animals on the way and see how much we can multitask a little bit while we're here. Alright, also, because we're standing right here, if you pull out your metal detector for the next 17 minutes, and this will probably change, but there is a dig spot here for a metal detector for jewelry. There we go. Sapphire bracelet. Oh no. Is that a wagon? Nope, 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 nope. Focus, focus, focus. Sorry. Alright, timber rattlesnakes are actually on the wetlands category of animals. If we find a black-tailed snake, that one will give us what we need. Alright, so I don't actually know how to pronounce that. Sonoran, I'm guessing. Does count as desert. There we go. It's raining, so I don't think that the hawk is there. I should have came straight over instead of getting distracted. Nope, no hawk. I will come back later when the sun is out, but at least you have the location here. So on top of this little building here, this is when it's not pouring down rain. There's usually a hawk that sits right on the peak of that building. I don't think we're going to have a whole lot of luck with anything out here in the desert right now. It's quite a storm we got over here. Alright, one more, and then we will head to our next spot. Okay, awesome. So there is also, Will says there's also a really good hawk spawn point in the Great Plains on one of the electrical poles. I'm not sure exactly which one. If I come across it, I'll make sure to show the map. Um, I'm going to head back out over here since the rain has kind of ceased a little bit. Just see if maybe... Alright. Not today, not today. And sometimes, if you're trying to get something to spawn in, go until you can no longer see it. Sometimes it'll spawn in, sometimes it's not. Well, if you, next time you're on, if you will take a screenshot of where that pole is on the map, I will put it with my other stuff, so that way I can make sure I point it out the next time we have to do a hawk. Right. No hawk for us here today. Right, moving swiftly on. Okay, no rush. Just whenever, yeah, just like I said, just like maybe on Facebook Messenger or something, so that way I can save it as part of the, like, where to find hawk stuff. Okay. So our next, come up and go all the way up here. So I'm going to actually fast travel to Wapiti. And while I'm up here, if I come across any elk or coyotes or deer or pronghorns or whatever while I'm up here, I'm going to sample them. But if not, you can go into like the plains or even the heartlands by the overflow and take down some bison. But we're going to go to Wapiti, which is up here. And we're going to ride down just north of Window Rock. So if you come where Window Rock is, there's this ranch or farm or something. And there is Alaskan Ginseng there. You can find it all over. There's a lot of spots for it. I just like that one because there's like a nice little cluster and you don't have to run all over and get like the one plant at a time. It's not like some of the other ones where you can find little clusters close by each other. Wapiti. If I could come across some wolves, that would be awesome, because I need samples of those, and I also need them for some deadly predator carcasses. attention where I'm going. If you ever need to do an ambush, just up here on the other side of this hill is also an ambush spawn. Right here where the bridge is. So if it's ever clear an ambush for a daily, you can come up here as one of your spots to check. Right, and then just behind the house here, see this little patch right here? These are all Alaskan ginseng. And they do this weird thing, and I wonder if it's going to do it right now because I was going to talk about it. Okay, so I picked one, and it gave me credit for 4. So sometimes you can pick another one, and it'll finish it off, or give you more credit, and sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it hangs up in the system, and if you just go to your menu option and load into a fresh lobby, and just hit free roam so it loads you right back in here, it's usually not too bad. Another thing that you can do, and it's so aggravating that you have to do this sometimes, in these woods, right beside the house, give me just a second and let me figure out, there is one more Alaskan ginseng under a tree. But I never remember which tree. I hear a dog, and that's concerning. Bear with me. I'm apparently visually impaired today. Nope, I wasn't far enough. Here he is. Alright, so there's your farm. I'm right here. Kind of go, like, see the circle on the map just below the line there. And that is, I'm guessing that line is this line of rocks right here. So, alright, there we go. Alright, next we are going to see if we can get a fast travel camp. Now, at some point when you're pulling these fast travel camps up, remember to cook 7 things. That will give you that daily. Oh, no. The bad part about them is that they are not available to just open whenever you want. You have to be near... Shit. Speaking of... Alright, we need to loot bodies for collectibles. This might actually be a good... Eek! Get these things off of them. Ooh, fashion? figure out what they're doing. I'm gonna start looting some bodies real quick. Oh, there we got some Tennessee whiskey. That'll count as one. Ambush cleared. Don't forget to keep an eye on your achievement awards. There's ones that have like clearing ambushes and hideouts. Someone's helping like people in the camps, escort people. Alright, there we go. Did that register? No. So one of those two things that we just picked up didn't count. Sorry. What are the notings? At some point I'm sure I'll come across a Moonshine Checkpoint. Those ones are always the best ones for getting alcohol bottles. I think I had 72 cents. Watch out. Still no wolves. I'd kind of hoped while we were up there in the forest there. I heard a bunch of them. But nothing. That's right, we're going to go down to the bayou at some point and get 3 gators and our burdock root. I think we'll do that next. Oh, look at that. Do it. Gray. And another gray. Alright, here we go. Get out of here before they wake up. Alright, so we're going to fast travel to... I'm going to go to Van Horn. And then just come down to the peninsula area. Only because I'm specifically looking for the small gators. Alright, so we went into Van Horn. I'm going to come up here and take a left on the tracks and just follow it down till we get to that area that I call the peninsula. My favorite spot. Now, where I am over here in the Blue Water Marsh area, I have seen many, many times hawks flying over. So if you haven't tried the spot up in Armadillo yet, or if you went up and like me it wasn't there, you can always kind of come hang out over here and get your gators, get your burdock root, and hopefully get a hawk too. But those usually are daytime spawns. Alright, so we are going to start with this guy right here. And then I went out in the water like that, so that way when you shoot them, they tend to run more inland instead of running out into the water and losing them. Just so that way because the little ones are hard to, once they're in the water, they're gone, for the most part. Alright, one. And I do these little ones just so that way while I'm running around and doing other things, I'm not ready to like go right back to camp. I don't have a giant skin or pelt sitting on the back of my horse. These ones lay flat and can't fall off. So that way, if you're out doing things and you hit a tree or fall off a cliff, you don't lose your pelt or your skin that you want to donate. These ones stay on no matter what. You just have to remember to not jump lobbies or join anything without donating them first. But with as clumsy as I am and how I run into everything, I try not to do anything that requires me to have to keep picking stuff up. Alright, so we are Blue Water Marsh, close to LeGras, south of Van Horn, right here. So lots of gators and burdock root. I love being able to do multiple things all at once in the same location. Just makes me so happy. So there's two right there, but there are, there's also mint over here. So if you need mint, you can, it's a good spot for mint. And then up closer, there we go. But there's definitely at least 5 on this little area of grassland, so no having to run around, or like the river over by Valentine, there is some, but they're very spaced, so you're kind of running up and down the whole river looking for stuff. Whereas these ones are gonna make a liar out of me, watch. Okay, now here they are. Alright. I'm gonna do it real quick and see how we did. The Anthony Foreman, I already told you guys where to go that one. Weapons customized, I can go do that real quick. That's what we can do. I will get, let's see, I have 4. So this one will be 5 and 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I really don't have to, oh, well, I already have this one too. And I really don't have to touch any of the bounties today. But pretty easy, I'll get them done. If at any point you guys have any questions, or if you have dailies that I don't have, feel free to ask, and I will do my best on helping. I'm going to real quick pull the wilderness camp out. Maybe. There we go. Wilderness camps for being a little funky today. And I'm going to fast travel to Rhodes. And then in Rhodes is the gunsmith right here. And if you hit square and pull up your map here, I always just scroll right down to the bottom, and then you can just come up through all of the available stores. And then if you just arrow over, so it shows the one in Rhodes, there's the one in St. Denis, the one in Valentine. Oh, it's in Ansburg, not Van Horn. My bad. Yeah, in Ansburg, right next door to the fast travel. And then there's one in Tumbleweed, right across the street from the butcher there. And that is the 5 that you can find. Super, super easy. So we're going to come right over here. I like that it's 4:33 in the morning, and they're open.
Well, I'll be damned. You're back.
All right, so customize, and we are going to pick. I'm just gonna do something easy. My cattleman here that I never use anymore, he's just sitting there, and I'm gonna go down to.
Hey, you know that gun could use a few choice parts.
Styles,
really make us sing.
Metals, and for the barrel, there is a free metal, the tempered steel, or the copper. So it doesn't cost anything. Hit buy. I have now customized a weapon and made my gold. Alright. And you can do that with any weapon, any kind of customization. So even if you have one that you've been meaning to upgrade something to, there are some really cheap options in there, you know, like metals for like $7, I think. Alright, and then from here, I'm going to go back to camp and donate these gator skins. Come on.
Supplies are starting to run low, just so you know. I suppose this will do. I'll take whatever I can get.
I need to go put more things in my satchel. I am out of feathers entirely. Alright. So... stand right over here. Watch out, Basher. There we go. We got 2 out of 3. Not too shabby, not too shabby. You guys have a fantastic rest of your Friday. Hopefully tomorrow I can wake up at a decent time and get some of these dailies done. And I will see you in the morning.